Good evening, this is B970 from London. Today I'll be talking about the London Bass Show, which was quite laid back this year. Most of the bass players were at the same standard of playing, where they could all slap the bass, use triplets and find some jazz solos. The things that stood out for me this year was the bass player on the Music Man Only Ball stand, who was singing and playing bass, and she done a Earth, Wind & Fire cover, which was really quite good. We had a little banter. There was a really good stand right at the back. I think it was called a condo, where there was some handmade basses and there was a few jams going off there. They had a guy that played Marcus Miller, Teen Talent, just straight out the gates. There was another stand right next to that one, where you had a guy that had handmade basses with lights in the pickups. And then there was another guy who had really expensive basses and a really loud amplifier. It was louder than all of the other stands, but at the end of the day he had a few beers and just was okay. Also, there was a Dutch stand with a guy from Holland who had made some basses, and I had a go of his Fender copy, and it was as good as a vintage Fender. He had it set up in the vintage Fender style, and it was great. Then I saw a bass player who played double bass, and he was showing me a little bit more about how to play the double bass. There was a guy from YouTube who has a channel on YouTube that plays bass. I saw him there, but I didn't see him play. But I was saying to him that if you read my YouTube site, you'll realise that we were playing bass before Mark King did. So you can go around there and you won't find anyone that was slapping the bass before the guy that you're looking at. And I was going to try and catch up with him and see where he was jamming. I'm pretty sure he'll do a video. There was Yolanda Charles was there, and you could get really close up to see how Yolanda plays bass. And when I got close up to Yolanda Charles, she was doing some jazz extensions with another bass player playing C minor, and Yolanda was doing jazz extensions on the E flat to the C minor. And as the day went on, when there was just a few minutes left, then people started talking about Felix Pastorius, who's Jaco Pastorius' son. And the rumour was that he was there, or he's in London, or he's coming tomorrow to play, and so on and so forth. And there's a guy that I know who had seen Jaco Pastorius and went to America last year and had a jam with Felix Pastorius in California somewhere. So right at the end, people were telling me this, and they were saying he was going to be there tomorrow, and so I'll be looking out on the internet for that one. So yeah, it was a great day. All of the bass players were at the same type of level. All of the basses that were there were perfect. I don't think there was a bass there that if you picked it up and played it, you would want to take it home. They were really good basses down there. And the amplifiers, all of the other gadgets that you'd expect that you need to downside is that there wasn't enough freebies, i.e., you didn't walk out with a carrier bag full of posters and flyers and whatnot. They weren't there this year, so it was a little bit laid back compared to the other years that I've been. So hopefully I'll be going next year. I don't know. And it was all good, and I had a few jams. Nothing too special. I wasn't really concentrating on that level. And when I met people, I did try to say to them that I'm a street funk bass player initially, not a house bass player or a jazz bass player or a professional or anything like that. I'm just a street guy that is into my disco and funk. So yeah, thank you. Thanks.